An 84-year-old woman who's been living in a dilapidated mud structure has received a partially furnished RDP house in Mqanduli in the Eastern Cape. Her house is part of a 362-unit project after this community was hit by a natural disaster some time ago. Nearly 300 houses have been completed so far. Now, the project is expected to be finished by the end of October. SABC News reporter Nomzwanele Mngoma has more for us.
A very good afternoon to you in studio and to the viewers at home. We are at Gengqe village in Ward 23, where a 84-year-old has been handed over an RDP house after she was living in a dilapidated mud structure with her child. But with me to tell us more about the project, as you will know that the Eastern Cape province has been hit for years by disasters and more families have been left destitute. But I have the MEC of the province for human settlement who will be telling us more about the running projects and how far they've worked to accommodate or to hand over houses to these destitute families. With me I have Sipokazi Lucite, the MEC. A very good afternoon to you, MEC.
Good afternoon.
MEC, more families since 2013, they've been left destitute and some have been given prefabs. But I have one question first. How long does one or a victim have to stay in a temporary structure?
Okay. The TRUs that we provide are on a case of an emergency where families are left completely homeless from one occurrence or disaster or the next. As according to the policy, 6 months, the prefabs are meant to sit for 6 months. But because one of the financial constraints, the backlog in the housing instruments, the issue of the program we are running of unblocking projects, we find more families and more homes end up staying in these prefabs longer than what is intended by the policy. And part of dealing with that is a project such as this one, where we are actively working with the different spheres of government to unblock these blocked projects. Now, in these projects, we know the KSD area and these disasters, they come with on an already constrained budget and fiscals. So this is a project that is responding to the disaster. It is the KSD 365, where we are waiting to yield 365 units. Of those, 299 have been built. We handed to Mama right now one of those houses. But the contractor is still on site and we are waiting to complete the project. And in the last financial year, of the 87 blocked projects in the area, we have unblocked 34. In this financial year, we are waiting to unblock 53, because these are exactly what leads to families living in destitute situations longer than they should.
There is also an issue whereby many communities are complaining about the RDPs that the government has given them, that they are faulty, they are watery. How are you working in capping contractors or ensuring that contractors use the right materials? Because now the department end up building another RDPs, which is an expenditure to the department. How are you trying to ensure that the material that is used is of good condition?
Okay. Since 2014, the department has been working with NHBRC, so that the NHBRC, as the authority that holds standards on building material and building structures, can certify before the house is handed over. So all new projects are enrolled with the NHBRC, and before they go to the different stage of construction, NHBRC has to give certification. And I want to say that collaboration between the department and NHBRC is yielding results, because since the involvement of NHBRC, there are lesser houses that require rectification than before. And what government now is spending on rectification are mostly houses before the collaboration of NHBRC. Because yes, we understand the substandard work that is done by some contractors, and that is what has led to the collaboration between ourselves, the department, and NHBRC. And we really are yielding fruits of that collaboration.
Thank you. That was the emissary in the province telling us about the projects that they are running and when to expect them to be completed. It's back to you in studio.